Hey everybody, welcome to another video. In this video, I am going to answer some of your questions. I've gotten a lot of questions from people about my van life. So why do you live in a van? What's it like living in a van? How do you do carnivore in a van? You know, where do you store your food? All these things. So I am going to answer those questions today and give you a little tour and talk a little bit about my life being a carnivore in a van. Okay, that's fantastic. That is what it's like living in a van. I will tell you what, there's way too much stuff, way too little space, and half the time you can't find anything. Okay, so it's fun. I'm trying to find my mini dash cooker, but this is a really stuffed van. So I have a 120 amp hour lithium ion battery in the back, and that gives me enough power to have small appliances, like small. Take for example my mini dash, actually it's a nostalgia, my mini waffle maker. Yay. So I can power this, and I can power my mini dash oven, which is very small. You can't really cook much of anything in it. I can make one hamburger, but it's you know, it's good. I've warmed up some things in it before, so it's okay. It's not horrible. But the only thing I can really use to cook in is my frying pan. And yes, it is a non-stick for all you purists out there. I'm sorry, it's what I have. So don't comment at me. Okay. That's all I have right now, and I make that work. And then how I cook things is I have my Coleman, butane stove, and it's very dirty because can you imagine all the grease that splatters on this every day? Just so much grease, and I haven't had a chance to clean it, but you know what, that's what I decided for this video. I was gonna start cleaning everything before I started filming. I'm like, I gotta make this van look good, you know, for the video. And then I'm like, well, one, I don't really feel like it. Two, I'm like, no, they want to know what it's really like, right? You want to know that, yeah, I do have my towel from washing my hair this morning hanging up right here in my doorway to dry. And in the winter, it usually doesn't actually dry because it's not hot enough in here to dry anything, but it gets less damp. So that's a win. This is so my life in the van. You have no idea. But you are gonna know because I'm telling you. So, this is going bye-bye. So let's get on with the tour. You might notice I put my scarves up for winter. That's one of my vices, is I love scarves. So, okay. Let's see. So we're gonna go back here, and here we are. This is Speedy's cage. Hello, Speedy. Oh, there she is. Hi, Speedy. And this is where I keep her. I use puppy pads so that she can sit on the bed with me with towels. And then I keep my water jug while I'm traveling down here so that it doesn't actually, you know, move around too much and spill. And then my Coleman stove here. And then this is a big deal. My chair. I could not live in here without a chair, and it gets in the way of everything though. Let me see, let's go this way. It gets in the way of everything because it's so big. So I need to find a smaller chair, but it's just really comfortable, and I cook when I'm sitting in my chair, and I do dishes sometimes when I'm sitting in my chair. And then this is a bin for jeans that I have. So that's not super interesting. Let's take those off. But this is what you guys want to know. This is my fridge, and it has dual settings. Right now it's way too low. I don't know why it's too low. I have never figured out how to actually use this panel to get the right temperature that I want. It's basically impossible, but you know, whatever. So this is where I keep, oh, it's hard to get open, but that's good. This is where I keep all my food. So you can see, I'm using my purse to kind of keep it open. That's why it's there. It's not normally there on the inside of my fridge. So this is where I store some, obviously, cheese and butter. And the kind commenter who told me that these go bad if you don't refrigerate them, thank you very much. They are now in my fridge. Bacon. Yes. I just went shopping like 2 days ago, so it's pretty full right now. And then down here is more cheese, and I love this. It's peppered salami. It's so good for a snack. I love to put goat cheese in it and just kind of roll it up and eat that. Maybe put that on a pork rind, one of my very favorite snacks. And this is my little bin that has like my meat. Okay, so I have feta. It's so hard to, like, when you buy things that are in a container like this, it's so hard to fit in this little fridge, so I put it in here to be easier. This is leftover bacon and chicken that I'm gonna warm up for dinner tonight. When you store things, you just want to use baggies because containers just take up too much space. So there's that. I've got some roast beef that I bought on Thursday. Another great thing for snacks. I like to put cheese with it because it's just how I roll. And then I have, I don't even know, salami, I guess. And then ground beef and, pork belly. Oh, I should really eat that at some point in life. But this is good because I like this little thing because it, you know how sometimes when you have leftover meat, it just kind of can smell up the whole universe. I don't want that. So, because I have, like, over there, I'll show you what I have. But I don't want the smell to get on all my other food. So I just kind of keep it in its own little space here in this bin. Bins are very important when you live in a van. Very important indeed. Yeah, bins help to keep everything organized. And then I've got, goat cheese. And then I've just got some extra butter and cheeses down there. This is some fat, which is amazing. And don't worry, these vegetables are not for me. This lettuce and cucumber. Do you hear Speedy? Hi, Speedy. I'll give you some just a minute. Whenever she hears bags rustling, she knows it's her treats. So she's got that and peppers. That's all for her. More cheese in here, of course. And then I've got my sodas and my water and what other things that I need to drink. So these are basically drinks on this side and food on this side, and that's all I can have that needs to be refrigerated. That is the only space I have for it. But it's fine. I usually go grocery shopping like once a week on payday, and I'll get everything I need for the week. And very rarely do I have to go try and buy something before a week is up, because I'll usually buy enough, but sometimes it goes a little bit bad. So I might not really want to do that. I need to buy less. Okay, let me put all this stuff back and then we will continue the tour. Okay, so this is what the kitchen looks like when I'm parked at night. I have this and I just get water whenever I need it. And then this goes up, which is nice. So when I want to cook, I take this off, I move this over here, and I put my Coleman stove right here. You've seen this. I don't need to tell you this, right? It goes here, and all my stuff that I'm making goes here, and I manage to cook in a very simple, easy way. Okay, and then you have the entertainment center here. Woohoo! This is where I put my iPad and I watch soccer and YouTube. Basically, that's what I do with that. I've got some more storage little bins here where I have my, oh, golly, my Redmonds and my smokehouse, and that's there so I can have it easily at hand. So down here is the cupboard where I have to put all my like dry food, right? So let me get down here. It's not a lot of room to move around. All right, so I use more bins, and I've got my everything sort of thrown in here, like my pork rinds, more pork rinds, and even more pork rinds. I've got so many pork rinds, and then I've got my, you know, bags and foil, and then here I've got some eggs. I've got different spices in here, and I've got my bacon fat, my apple cider vinegar, that kind of stuff. And then here I've got beef sticks. Oh, Speedy loves carrots. Bacon bits. This I'm gonna use at some point. Corned beef, woohoo! Got that kind of stuff. Oh, and I also have to have this, my sardines. So I've got a couple sort of pantry items in here, and then some stuff back here like Tupperware. But it's not a lot of space, and it's very challenging. But you know, it works. It works. It works for now. So all that gets thrown back in there. And and my bed. It's a very cozy bed. I've got 5 million blankets on it now because it gets cold at night. And then my closet. And then I've got my calendar. This is a 1955 like historic calendar of all the national parks. And someone has intersposed, whatever you call that, monsters. So it's this calendar with T-Rex coming to get those poor little guys on their horses. I love that calendar. Now, a lot of you have asked why I live in a van. That was the #1 question that you guys had for me. The reason I live in a van is, I am happy to say, it is by choice and it is not by circumstance. But YouTube is the big culprit here. YouTube is being an influencer into most of my life decisions right now, I have to say. Whether for good or for bad, I don't know. But, you know, I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos on van life and van conversions, and I just got hooked. I just said, oh my gosh, I have to do this. I have to do my own van. I have to live in one. This is just amazing. So, you know, once you get that bug to do something, it just, you know, it wouldn't let me go. It would not let me go. There's a big challenge about living in a van when you're trying to cook. I've got my Max Air fan. I'm not sure if you saw that. That's over there. But it broke. So it doesn't even get anything up anymore. So I still have to open my door when I'm cooking. And that's kind of a challenge because you want to be in a space where you know, I can open my door and not have people looking in, because a lot of people don't like people living in their van like across their street or like, you know, whatever. So I have to go to special parks or parking lots where I can park privately and get that door open and then cook up a storm and then close it and be on my way. So that's one challenge. And then just about, you know, not having a lot of cooking options. That's another challenge for sure. But carnivore can be so simple that you don't need all the gadgets. Honestly, I don't really need them. Yeah, it'd be nice to make my own carnivore snacks in a dehydrator or a big oven, but I can't do that, so I just won't have those, and that's fine. I mean, I have what I have, and I'm not suffering, honestly. So now one of the good things about doing this in a van is it's just me. I'm the only one here. This is all my food, and I don't have to live with other people who have Oreos and ice cream and Lucky Charms. You can tell I love Lucky Charms. I think I've talked about Lucky Charms in like 3 videos now. I loved Lucky Charms, but I don't have those temptations, you know, because I'm not living in a family or with another person who doesn't do carnivore. So I am pretty lucky that way. It's really probably one of the easiest ways to do carnivore is just living by yourself, so you can control everything that's in your vicinity that smells good and looks good. So I cannot complain about living in the van. It's given me a lot of freedom. I do love it. I don't see myself coming out of a van anytime soon. So my carnivore journey will just have to keep going in a van, and that is totally fine. So I hope I've answered a lot of your questions. If not, shoot some more questions down in the comments and I will answer them there. I'm also going to link a couple videos that I did with, the first one I did with a channel called Poco Moonshine. JT, he's a great guy, and he did an interview with me. So I'm going to link that interview in the description. And then Greg from My Weight Loss Life, he did an interview with me as well. And I will link that in the description below as well. And they're both really fun interviews. And they just kind of talked a little bit about my history and my van life and my carnivore life and all that kind of stuff. So if you have some more questions about me, check out those videos, because you'll know it all after those. Oh my goodness. So I think that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care.